friends, I hope you're having a good day. So I'm so excited. I've been waiting to do this. Today I'm gonna do a Q&A session, and while I'm talking, I'm gonna show you my makeup routine. I just took a nice hot bath this morning in my wonderful bathtub and kind of did a simple hairdo today, and just gonna focus on kind of showing you my makeup routine. By all means, I hope you guys realize I am no expert at hair or makeup. I just try stuff. So I have no background in cosmetology or anything like that. I love makeup and I love playing with my hair. So as you know, this channel really all is about just, you know, kind of having fun and trying out new things and seeing how things go. So a couple weeks ago, I posted on my channel on the community section and kind of ask people, what are your questions? What questions do you have? And so those are the questions I'm going to be working off today. So before I get started answering questions, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in and start on my makeup routine, and then we'll start going through some of these questions. So before I get started with my makeup routine, I'm going to put some moisturizer on my face. I am not really tied to any specific moisturizer. This just happens to be the one I'm using now, and I do really like it. It's called Saturday Skin, and this is Waterfall Glacier Water Cream. It's really nice, and it's just kind of a gel-based moisturizer. I don't know if you've ever tried one like that, but actually, I might as well jump into the first question. Someone asked, do you have a specific skincare routine? What products do you like? My skincare routine is extremely simple. I am sold on this Micellar cleansing water by Garnier SkinActive. Pretty much every Micellar cleansing water I have used, I love. And if you have gotten into like taking your makeup off with makeup wipes, it can get expensive over time, especially if you use 1 or 2 of those a day. And so Micellar skin cleansing water is really good for your skin. It cleanses and removes makeup, refreshes skin, and it's very, very natural. It's also for sensitive skin, but that's the one thing I do is I use that to take my makeup off. And then I do put a really good moisturizer, which this happens to be the one I'm using now, on my face before I put makeup on, as well as after I take my makeup off at night, I put on the same stuff. Some of the other things that I have used that I really did like, the one that I was really hooked to for a while, I just haven't used this in a while, is the Olehenriksen moisturizer, and this is the one that has vitamin C. So Olehenriksen is a really good moisturizer as well, and they have a bunch of different types. I think I got this one at Ulta, but it has been a long time, so I've just been using this Waterfall since then. So I guess I should give a really quick bio while I'm getting into this, but I work from home. I work for a curriculum company that offers digital curriculum to students across the world. I'm a manager. I have 2 kids. One just graduated from college, one is in college. I have a boy and a girl. My husband also works from home. He's a software developer, and we have a dog. Her name is Pixel. She's 15 and she's a little like Chihuahua mix. Anyway, the next step, I'm gonna put on some foundation. I use this IT CC cream. I use the fair color. I have used a different color, which seemed a little bit too dark for my neckline, and I think that color was Fair Light. And so I think that Fair Light color I will use when it's summertime and I have a little bit of a tan on. If you can notice, I have a lot of freckles, so when I go outside, especially if I don't have any SPF on, my freckles like go absolutely crazy, and it's like I don't tan, I freckle. But anyways, I have used so many different kinds of foundation, and I keep going back to this. It's a full coverage cream. It's good for most skin types, and like you can even just tell by putting it on half my face here, it really does a nice job and lasts all day. I love it. I really think that I'm sticking with this brand. I'm not the kind of person that just wants to like switch brands all the time, especially if I found something that I like. And I have been using IT CC cream for probably about 3 years now. And you can see that I'm using this face sponge on my face. This is just, I think this is a Real Technique sponge. This was just a sponge I got at Walmart. And like I said, it was a Real Technique sponge. By the way, I don't put foundation on my eyes. I usually put concealer there. That's why my eyes look so terrible right now. So these sponges are wonderful. If you do use a sponge, you need to wash it with soap and water before you use it. And you squeeze it really hard and try to get all the water out of it, and then take a towel and you just really squeeze it too. So when you do start using it, it's just very slightly damp. So anyway, let's start with the next question. This question is from Coletta, and she asks, love this picture of you. How did you get started doing YouTube? So that's an interesting question. I was actually drinking coffee at my mom's house. And by the way, this is Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I was drinking coffee at my mom's house, and she had been just getting into YouTube like crazy. Like just watching a lot of YouTube videos on gardening and cooking, and she was like, you know, you should try to start a YouTube channel. I think you would do good. And I don't know, I just thought, wow, that's an interesting idea. It would be a fun hobby. And honestly, guys, it's really still, I mean, I have a full-time job that I work probably about 50 hours a week on. And so this totally is a hobby, although I have made it slightly better on myself, because what I used to do was I used to film a video on Saturday morning and then edit all day Sunday, because it takes several hours to edit a video. Then what I do, I would put my video out on Sunday night. Now I still film my video on Saturday morning, and then my daughter actually, who just graduated from college, I actually pay her to edit my videos, which really frees up a lot of time for me. So now I just get to do the fun stuff. I get to film the video, she does all the editing, and we get it up the following Saturday. So the new schedule works out super great for me, and it works out good for her because she's getting extra money, and it works out good for everyone else because she does a better job than I do editing videos. But anyway, my mom came up with this idea. I thought it was a cool idea. Then I asked my husband for a new camera for my birthday last year, because I started this about a year ago. So yeah, that is basically the story of how I started. It was my mom's idea. I'm about to put powder on. This is the Everyday Vacay by Ciate, C-I-A-T-E London, Ciate London. And this is coconut setting powder is what I'm about to use. I get a lot of random products from BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm's a really good deal. They're not sponsoring this video, by the way, but if you like makeup and you want to try different things, BoxyCharm sends you a box every month for like 22 bucks a month, and you get like 5 products. So that's some of this random stuff, like this powder I got, the blush I'm gonna use, I got in a BoxyCharm. I don't think anything else that I'm gonna use today, other than the Waterfall Glacier cream, I got in a BoxyCharm. So, all right, next question. Rose asks, can you take a salon trip on here? Love to see them cut your hair. Okay, I am working on this, guys. I've brought it up a few times to my hairdresser. She's a little nervous to let me film, but as soon as I can get her to agree to let me film, I will take a salon trip, I promise. She seemed open to it the last time I talked to her, although she has some trepidations with it, but we will see if I can talk her into it. Because in my opinion, she gives the best haircuts ever, so I do not want to change stylists. By the way, what I'm using now is a little bit of bronzing powder. This is just from Milani. Got that at Walmart. And I've got the top cracked. I just use this to kind of warm up my cheeks a little bit. Oh, and because I have like super blonde hair, when I do put makeup on, sometimes you can get a little bit on the sides here. So I just take some little cotton pads like this with that micellar water on it, and I just kind of make sure that I don't have any makeup on my hair. Okay, so next question. Samantha asked, do you follow a particular way of eating? Just wondered since you work out in the mornings. Thank you for your question, Samantha. Okay, I have a confession to make. I have been lazy lately. I kind of fell off the wagon with exercising. I was walking every morning. I was doing so good. I had bought a yoga mat. I was doing yoga sometimes, and y'all, lately I've just been so tired when I wake up that I haven't been doing as good as I was doing previously. As far as what kind of eating routine I follow. I don't like diets. I don't like following calories and restrictions and stuff, but I have managed to lose 20 pounds over the last couple years very, very, very slowly. So how did I do that? Honestly, just try to eat slower and try to cut back on how much I was eating in one sitting. And what happens is when you do that, your stomach shrinks and then you just get full quicker. So that's really the only kind of advice I have to tell you there. The other thing is I have a big sweet tooth, and so what I have found is we just don't buy any desserts. We've been doing this for a couple months now, but we don't buy any desserts. The only kind of sweet stuff we'll buy are things to make a dessert with. So it's just like stuff to make a cake or stuff to make cookies. So if we actually really want something sweet, we have to go in the kitchen and make it. That honestly has helped me cut back way back on eating sweets every night, which we would always eat like a dessert every night after dinner, and I have definitely done better in that category. The other thing is I have some stomach troubles and I am always nauseated in the morning, and a lot of times I don't eat breakfast, which I know I've heard is not a good idea, but I personally usually can't eat until about noon every day. But yeah, I try to include some kind of vegetable in every meal that I eat. That's basically my diet. Okay, Sherry says, I'm 66, have a pixie similar to yours, allowing to gray naturally. Hair is thinning and I've developed Calyx. What is the best way to handle? Just going with the flow? Love your look and I'm comfortable with mine too. Thank you, Sherry. So, you know, I think pretty much everybody that has a pixie ends up with Calyx somewhere or another. I'm gonna do my eyebrows while I'm talking about this. By the way, this is the Anastasia Dipbrow pomade that I use for my eyebrows, and this is the color Blond, which is the lightest color they have. So I think it's wonderful when people let their kind of natural gray grow in, and I think a pixie cut is the easiest way to do that because we have to cut off so much hair over time. As far as how to deal with Calyx, the best way is just to try to use some counteracting techniques when you're drying your hair, blow drying. And I find a lot if you have Calyx in the back, it helps to blow dry your hair from the back. I'm certainly not an expert on any of this, but the Calyx that I have, what I have found is I get Calyx over here too, and I get weird things over here. But what I do is change which way your hair is styled more frequently. Some people just style it one way and then you just get these Calyx that just like get worse over time. So change things up more frequently, I think can help. Sorry, I gotta concentrate on this eyebrow here. And let's get this one too. Okay, so the next question is from Sandra. She said she would like to bleach her hair. Are products safe to use? What bleach products do you use? Well, I personally don't do my own bleaching. That's something that my hairdresser does. She uses a really safe brand called Oway, and it is an organic brand. I think it's from France. So you can get this a lot more if you live in Europe. One thing, if you do your own bleaching, you don't want to bleach all of your hair because you only want to bleach the roots as the roots grow out. I don't feel like I have enough skill set to do my own hair like that. So especially with bleach, you've got to be very careful. I would suggest if you're going to bleach your hair, have either someone help you, because I don't know how I would even do it from the back. Have someone help you that kind of knows what they're doing a little bit, or go to a stylist. I personally would feel very worried to try that on my own head, especially what my stylist does. She does bleach the roots and she then does a deep conditioning, and then she does like a toner afterwards, and it seems to be that multi-step process, and that's how I get the color that I do have. So yeah, I don't necessarily think that products are safe to use because you can really mess your hair up. So you need to have someone that knows what they're doing. Okay, Roaming Bruca asks, how often do you get haircuts? I get haircuts and a color every 6 weeks. Some people's hair grows a lot faster than mine. 6 weeks seems to be the sweet spot for me. Sometimes I'll go to 7 weeks, but that's about the time frame. By the way, I'm gonna put some eyeshadow on This is from Smashbox. This is the LA Cover Shot palette, and it's so wonderful. I got it for Christmas, and I use it every day. So, since I'm wearing purple today, I'm going to use this purple one right here. I usually change up the color every day depending on what I'm wearing. All right, so Gail asks, how do you maintain the condition of your hair with getting it bleached? I find that I do a couple things. I do some deep conditioning, maybe once a week or every other week. Basically, using a hair mask will help you deep condition your hair. The other thing I do is make sure that you're using a sulfate-free shampoo, and if you can, really read your shampoo and conditioner bottles, because there are a lot of new brands that have sulfate-free and without all the harsh chemicals in the shampoo and conditioner. So one of the new brands I've been using is Heritage. I really like it. I bought that at Walmart, but that is a clean brand. So yeah, I think the bottom line is conditioning it. The other thing that can really hurt your hair is washing your hair too many times. So I've really made an effort to try to go to every other day washings, because the more you wash your hair, the more it does dry your hair out. Once you first do it, it feels really gross the next day, but after your hair kind of gets used to washing it less frequently, your natural oils will kind of adjust. So that's another tip, so that it's not as damaged, especially if you get bleach, any kind of bleach products on your hair. So Debbie asks, how long have you had a pixie? Maybe show pics of different cuts you've had in the past. That's a good question. I have had a pixie several times in my life, particularly the last 3 years I've had a pixie. Before that, I had a pixie for like 5 years, but then I let it grow long again, then I cut it back. So here are a few pictures to show you what I have done with my hair over the last 10 years. So Deanna asks, I had my hair cut in a pixie. My hair is fine. What kind of product should I use on my hair? My hair is soft and straight. I plan on buying the Genry hot air styling brush, and I would like to put some curl, but I need to know what I should use to make it hold. That is a great question. I think the best thing you can do is to get some kind of texture spray. That really does help with holding the curl. If you're worried about your hair like holding the curl, this is my favorite thing to use. This is Amika Undone. This is a volume and matte texture spray. Give it a try and see if that helps with fine hair and creating volume and getting that curl to hold. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeliner on, and this is just the Styla Day All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. Don't know if you can see that. This is from Tura. What motivated you to try a pixie cut? Do you miss longer hair at times? I'm in my 40s now, and when I was in college, I was 19, I got my first pixie cut. So I have like had on and off pixie cuts pretty much my whole life. Do I miss longer hair? No, I don't. I actually love short hair. When my hair, even after 6 weeks, when it starts growing out, it feels gross, I need to get it cut. I love it short. I love the coolness on my neck, and I honestly never miss long hair. Now, that being said, when I was younger and I had a pixie cut, I did miss long hair, so then I would grow it out, and I went through that cycle several times. But yeah, I've kind of grown out of like longing for long hair again. All right, so, you know, I just realized I forgot to put on blush. This is the Ciate London, and I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, Ciate London. This is the blush. This is the Marbled Light Dusk blush, and it is really nice. I am a bit heavy-handed with blush. I seem to always put a little too much blush on, so I just go afterwards and kind of distribute that a little bit. All right, next question. Holly says, what is your favorite perfume? I can actually share this with you. Y'all, I have 2 favorite perfumes. My all-time like long-running favorite is Euphoria by Calvin Klein, and it smells wonderful. But I have a new favorite. This is Coach, And this is, I don't remember, but this is the flowery Coach one. I'll have to look it up, but it's the light pink Coach one. If you ever do try to find this particular perfume, and it has this little flower on it. It's so cute. I love the bottle, but it smells wonderful. It's like it's a light flowery scent, a little bit of a fruity tones in it. It's beautiful, and I just bought this for myself about a month ago, and I do really like it. The Euphoria one is kind of just something I've had for several years, and so this is one of my staples. But if I was gonna wear perfume now, I probably would put this one on since it's my new one. So I'm just gonna put some mascara on real quick. This is the It Superhero mascara, and it's my favorite mascara. I always buy this at Ulta. It just makes your eyelashes look so long. And you can see that it really just does a nice job with eyelashes. So there is that. We will get another question going here. Naturally Nikki says, have you ever wished you never cut your hair short, or have you had moments of, what have I done? Do you ever feel out of place being a female with short hair? Oh, that's a great question. Number one, I never feel out of place. You can look extremely feminine with short hair. You can dress things up. I always feel like you can look more edgy with short hair, and you can change your style really quickly with short hair. And I've never ever been embarrassed or out of place with my hair short like this. So that's the first thing. I say, wear your hair and be proud of it. If people don't like it, then they can just not look at you. So I've never wished that I didn't cut my hair short. And guys, we get bad haircuts sometimes. The wonderful part about having a pixie cut is you can wait a few weeks and the bad haircut will kind of grow out a little bit and soften. So, you know, I think that's the benefit of having short hair is this: if something doesn't work out quite right in a haircut, don't fret. You can change your stylist, but don't fret. Your hair will grow, and it will only be a matter of weeks before whatever was done to your hair does adjust a little bit. But no, I definitely think you should embrace your style. Everyone has their own personal style. Some people have a long hairstyle and some people have a short hairstyle. So I would just say, love yourself and embrace your own style. Kathy asked, your clothes are so cute. Where do you shop? Oh man, you know, I live in a rural city, so not even a city. I live in a little rural town, and so to go shopping, I either have to shop online or I have to drive an hour to go to the mall or to stores where there's a little bit more to choose from. But there's actually a Cato that is in the next town over. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Cato, but they have like inexpensive clothes that are really cute. I actually got this there, and this comes with a skirt, this little like sweater outfit. It's really a cute outfit. I got that from Cato, but I do buy clothes on Amazon, believe it or not. I also buy clothes on Zulily. If you have not purchased anything on Zulily, you can find all sorts of really neat brands. The only downside to Zulily is when you order something, you might have to wait a month to get it because that's kind of their business model. By the way, I'm gonna do my lips now. I'm gonna use these two products. This is Maybelline Color Sensational. This is a lip liner, and this is 132 Almond Rose. So that's the lip liner. Then I'm gonna follow up with that Maybelline Superstay Ink Crown. This is the color 90 Keep It Fun. So I love this ink crown, by the way. It works really great. I found that your lips come out looking a lot better if you use lip liner, and I just recently started using it. So I'm not exactly perfect with lining the lips, but you just have to go slow. So I'm gonna pull this mirror over here while I do this. Laura asks, where did you get those cute drop earrings you wear on your videos with a small circle on the end? Would love to know, as well as the link to purchase them. I got those on Zulily, and I don't think they offer them anymore. I went back and tried to find the link, but I would just say go on Zulily or go on Amazon and search for threader earrings. Threader earrings are the long ones that dangle. I'm not wearing them today, but they're the long ones that dangle that you can thread through your earlobes. So sorry I don't have a link. Amazon and Zulily threader. Heather asked, do you do any traveling with your husband, mom, or your kids? We do a little bit of traveling. I'm not a big traveler. Hold on a second. But once a a year we do take a trip down to Florida and stay in a condo for a week, and we meet my brother and his family, and my kids come along. We drive down there and we spend a week at the condo and the beach. I don't know what's gonna happen this year, y'all, with this whole coronavirus, so we're talking about canceling our trip. We were gonna go in June. We were gonna go in June, but I don't know what it's gonna look like in June. You know, so much could happen between now and then. So we might be putting our trip on pause, we'll just see. The other thing that my husband and I try to like to do is go in the fall sometime, like take a long weekend. Last year we went to Oklahoma City for like 4 days, and we're gonna try to start doing something like that. Once all this virus stuff and pandemic stuff pauses, we'll probably reevaluate. But yeah, thanks for asking about my travel. The other thing, if you could change your job, what else would you do? Honestly, the only thing that I would probably do to change my job would be to just transition to only YouTube. If I could change my job, that's what I would do. Do you like wine or have a favorite drink? Yes, I like drinking an occasional glass of wine. I personally like Pinot is my favorite. My favorite regular drink is Pepsi if I was gonna drink a soda. So favorite book, this is my favorite author. Margaret Atwood is my absolute favorite author. If you haven't read her before, oh my gosh, she's so good. She writes like dystopian type of novels, which are right up my alley. So really love Margaret Atwood. If you're into like kind of, it's not quite science fiction, but it's more dystopian type of novels, man, she is so good. So I really appreciate everyone putting in questions. This was super fun to me. Super fun answering questions about my life and about beauty, and you get to see kind of my regular makeup routine. I think it came out good. This is just pretty much what I do on a daily basis. I'm gonna do a quick spray. This is a makeup setting spray. I usually do a quick spritz after I'm done. This is Urban Decay All Nighter, and just gonna do quick spritz like that. The only thing you have to be careful about that is making sure your eyelashes don't get wet, and then your mascara might kind of touch up your eyelid. Thank you guys for listening to me rant this whole past 30 minutes. I really appreciate you watching this. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you. And have a good week. Stay safe, healthy, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.